Okay then, Sam, so let's take a look at these two swings now. As we were saying, obviously, at the start of the session, the grip that you do have would be classified as a strong grip, but relative to your, obviously, cricket background and the way you hold a golf club, it kind of sits in a fairly neutral position for you. And obviously, as you said, until we made the adjustments in the swing and got your body moving better, which we'll see in a second now, the grip didn't really become a problem. The thing is, if we change that grip, as we saw on the right-hand image shots when you're playing that par 5, we made one little minor tweak with the grip and the ball went about 90 yards right. So if the weakening of that grip always puts that bad shot into play, for me, then it's not really worth doing it. Yes, there were going to be a couple of hooky ones to the left, but as we discussed through the session, that was more really how your body moved as opposed to the grip being the issue. We don't really want to be fidgeting with the grip from every single shot to shot, getting weaker, stronger, weaker, stronger. So as it stands now, we're going to sort of maintain that position you are with your hands on the club. Yes, I say, as the textbook says, it's strong, but in reality, it's more neutral to you, what brings the club back to the ball square when, as we'll see now in this video, how your body moves better. So let's look at the left-hand one. This is kind of your before swing. Again, you can see the two sort of red lines there that are on your legs as we sort of scroll down. As the club starts moving back now, there's not really much movement here in those sort of red lines there as we see as you go back. And because of this now, you're not able to really get much depth in the backswing. The club now gets quite steep, as we can see, very, very close to your head. And at this position now, you haven't really rotated your body far enough to get that club behind you. Therefore, when you come back to the golf ball now, your whole sort of sequencing back into impact is going to be out. And that's where we saw that inconsistency of flight. In the first sort of half dozen shots we saw, there were 2 or 3 that sort of disappeared off to the right, and then 2 or 3 that disappeared off to the left, and one sort of kind of went straight with a bit of a miss hit. So ideally speaking, what we're looking for is getting that right shoulder, so right shoulder, right hip, to start moving away. And if we take a look now on this right hand image, again, you can see as that club starts going back already now, we can see your lower half actually moving, some sort of range of motion there through the hips and the shoulders. And in terms of the depth that you're creating now in the backswing, you can see the club much further behind your head. In the takeaway, your right knee, right hip and right shoulder have basically moved, as we said, back behind you. And from here now, it's just more of a timing issue, which I think, as we said, the big word we talked about in the session was trust. Just being able to get into this position and trust in the fact now that you can unwind your body in effect as fast as you can, okay? Because if the body does stall out and stop, what we are going to see is a very kind of sort of quick hook shot. So from here now, it's getting the body to unwind. As you can see, as the club starts coming back down, you get into a really, really good position here now, sort of just pre-impact. What we tend to look for is kind of the shaft matching up now with your right form, which in this position here now, you've pretty much done spot on there. So in a very, very good spot. As the club starts working to impact your body now, you can see your lower half unwinding, the right shoulder working down and under. In that sort of, we discussed that sort of, I guess, pebble skimming position, or that sort of side arm throw from the covers back to the wicket keeper kind of position where you're rotating your body really nicely, and then all the way through to that sort of full finish up on that left side. Really, really good position. And we can see with this one here now, starting down that right-hand side, as we would set up for, I think, generally, we can see the stick on the ground there is slightly kind of off to the right there. And you can see no real hook with this one. And I think this was the one that just pitched over about 303. So it's sort of 295 around here, coming into there, 297, 299. 303, and that ball's probably somewhere on the ground about now. So very, very good. No, sorry, there we go. 303, hitting the ground there and bouncing through. Okay, it went in the bunker, but 325 down the right-hand side of a fairway is not going to do you any harms playing on the golf course up at Dennis where you're playing. So, yeah, get that right side working better. It's just going to be getting down the range as much as you can and learning or creating that trust, yeah? The more we can get that body to rotate into a good position at the top of the backswing, it's then just unwinding your body, again, to a point, almost as fast as you can. The second you slow down or get maybe a bit sort of anxious or nervous about the outcome, that's when the body stalls out and we get the quick hook. So get the body moving better, maintain the grip that you've got, it's comfortable, and it returns the club back to the ball more often than not square, and will certainly never really slice the ball for you. So you've eliminated one side of the golf course. Just rotate the shoulders and hip on the way back, get into a better backswing, and from there, Sam, just let the club release back to the golf ball fully and freely. watch those drives flight further and straighter down the fairways. I hope that helps, buddy. Any questions, just give me a shout, and I'll see you for the next lesson in a couple of weeks. Okay, cheers, mate.